best DJ.
What's up, guys? This is Tabullet doing my second video in Microsoft Developers channel, and in this video I will have my contest winners from Racing Towards Victory, which is a contest I started down at my channel, and you can go check out the different commentary on my channel because I like different commentaries, spices it up a little bit. But in map number 10 we have Swift by Reset Gamertag. This map got number 10 for a couple checkpoints that he claims that they do work, but I don't know, they didn't work for me the time I did it. Could have just been me. So if it wasn't for that, this map would have got much higher. But this is a super smooth coaster. There's a couple taper spots, but most of the tapering's pretty dim and not very, as you could say, rough. There's more pieces involved in this tapering just because it's not like these huge rough tapering. But other than the checkpoints, this map is really cool and you should go give it a download. And he claims that right here there's supposedly a double checkpoint, but he claims that's supposed to work, yada yada yada. I don't know, but it's too late to change now. So this grav list works very consistently, in my opinion. It hasn't failed on me yet. And let's move on to map number 9. Map number 9, we have Eruption by X-Killer28, Grudge and Gogito, and Ryan Wilcox. This map is pretty cool. I think they focus more on the aesthetics more than the track mainly. And I saw this track before they actually released it, and it was kind of changed from what I remember, but it's still a pretty great map. I don't like some of the track parts, and also the kill boundaries, they don't work super great, but and judging, they got the bonus 10 points for adding a jump or making it collision course. They did both, so that's why they caught up to Reset Gamertag. They wouldn't not have if it wasn't for that, but their aesthetics in this map are great, and if you're a person who really likes eye candy, then this map is definitely for you, because you can see the volcano and there's these little buildings, and I think there's a gun or something somewhere or another. And this is as you could tell, this is a hybrid, and it's decently long, fun little coaster. Go give it a download. The only problem, or another problem with the track, is the starting point and this part right there. It's kind of hard up there. And in map number 8 we have 2012 The Beginning by Two Good Donuts. And this map is pretty cool. I mean, there's nothing really original in it, just generic roller coaster spirals and double spirals and all that stuff. And I kind of got some points, they kind of got some points counted off because of some of the rough taper spots. I mean, it's okay if you do it like Reset and barely do it, but I will point out a spot that I really didn't like and style points. Whatever, I'm not a fanboy. So here's this little rough taper spot. I mean, it's pretty consistent throughout the map. There's a good rough taper spot between about every other turn, somewhat, or that or another. There, right there again. And then you got some cool 2012 aesthetics, which is all good. And that's probably the best part of this map, is the aesthetics. I mean, the track is still very, very nice, besides the rough tapering. And there is some bordering down here, and it looks pretty good. So you should definitely go check that map out too. And in map number 7 we have Integrity by JSterX. And this map was pretty cool. You have this beginning little corkscrew coming up with slight tapering, like Resets, not very huge, barely even feel it when you're actually driving on the thing. And I had to use Mythic Man, someone like that. I forgot his name. It's kind of confusing. Oh well. But I'm using his point of view because I fell off so early in the game. And, you know, didn't want to start the game over. Didn't want to keep nobody waiting. So I apologize that there is some laggy clips in this video. It's not too bad. You still get to see the map. And I like this little cave part and that little capture robot thing. That's pretty cool. Just gonna go up this grab lift and see this awesome little rock part. And there's nothing that really actually stood out to me besides that beginning part back there and some of the aesthetics. This is just almost a very common type of roller coaster, but there is some different stuff that kind of sets it apart from most roller coasters. So let's finish on this lap, and we will move on to map number 6. Map number 6, we have Exotic by Austin Coop and Noble Forger. And actually there's no huge problems with this map. It's just there's some parts where it's still pretty smooth, but there's like bumps that you could tell. And it's for the most part fine. You got some jumps every now and then. You got that drift turn. It's pretty cool. So you should definitely go check out this map. And the color scheme is amazing in my opinion. I really like how colors in Forge World, if you use effects, I like that kind of stuff. This turn's pretty cool, how you use these little teleporters for aesthetics. Kind of like a vortex or somewhat. And this is the part right here, the part that's kind of bumpy. Alright. And I don't know, it might be just because of the pieces that they used. But other than that, I couldn't see why it would be bumpy. And I like this piece, how they use these pieces right here. Pretty cool. And they ended off with this little elevator after this jump. And it works about every time. It's really cool looking. And I'll give them that. In map number 5, we have Grounded by Trabbedoor. And this map is really cool, in my opinion. I always like Trabbedoor's maps. I prefer his indoor tracks, personally, rather than his sky tracks. But I just think the indoors, more original part in it, to me. And I guess the problem with this map is kind of the kill boundaries don't work necessarily well. I mean, they work pretty good, but you're gonna have to walk around on some of the spots. And this jump, all the jumps on here work fairly good. The beginning part might be a little inconsistent sometimes, but other than that, all the other jumps work really good. And I like this little terrain part. It's always good to put some terrain into a double wide to make it a little hybrid. I mean, I like that kind of stuff. And for map number 4, we have Stuff by HT Overdrivets. This map really impressed me. I've only heard of HT Overdrivets a couple of times. I mean, he's not fairly popular. So this map is super nice. Right there, it's a bit bumpy, but that's the only really bumpy part in the track. And it's battle track compatible, as you could tell, because we're driving around with guns. And it's just a really cool map, in my opinion. I've never seen really a map by him that's just this good. This is the first time he's actually submitted a map that I remember. I mean, I know he's on my friends list and we've talked before, but I've never really personally seen one of his maps, and it just really impressed me that he did this, and I've never heard of him. Though no, not very many people has actually heard of me, so it's all good. And that's a pretty consistent downwards drop. It could be a bit rough, and I apologize for this part. I actually forgot to cut this out. I cut some of the spare parts out from my video just because I actually caught it. And I will be using Bounty Hunter's 23 point of view just because of this right here. That is awesome. I definitely needed to show that on this video just because I think it's amazing how that happened. It's not a common thing, obviously. You don't see that very often. So I had to put that in the video. And this map is El Diablo by Adam Law, 1997. And it is just an amazing map. You should go check this out on Laidback Gaming's voting video. I know most of you probably all watch this. You could go vote for him and Swift and a lot of maps from this top 10. And you will not see stuff by HT Overdriven. I have no idea why Rookies in Milk didn't put that in there, but I definitely thought that deserved to be in the top 10, and I was kind of disappointed with his picking in maps, but it's all good. You can go check out this map in Outer Moss Fellowship. It's extremely fun, especially for a double wide that most people find this boring. And the winner of this contest is, it's a tie. Yeah, this is a tie in my second contest, and the way I will be having them fight for first is that I'm going to have one map from each person. I need each of you to send me a message with one map you want to compete against each other with. That will decide first and second place. Sorry, I kind of keep on clicking my mouth. I really salivally or whatever right now. Maybe a bit thirsty. Well, I really like these little tunnel colorful parts. That's really cool. And if I didn't mention, this is Mongoose Race 23 by Umishday Theory. I don't believe I did. And I really like how he had all this bordering through each turn. I'm really getting tired. And this barrel roll is intense, and you got this side grind. You just have a lot of cool stuff in this map. So you really need to go check this out. I would definitely go check these two maps out. And I believe you can vote for the next map up in LBG's top 10. And let's go on to that map. This map is Apple by Yoghurt123 and Naddsson, other known as Sweetest Forgers. And they're just really cool original forgers. And the only points they could have got counted off for this is just a little bit of the originality factor. I'm not going to sound like, no, their map isn't exactly like a map from Gods of Grit, but it's somewhat related to one. I mean, the idea has been done somewhat like they have. And that's the only not really a problem, because this map is still so fun, and in my opinion, I would prefer this over a Gods of Grit map. But that's just me. And this is a really good spiral. I don't know how I actually managed to end it in a 90 degrees turn, because I've tried that multiple times, and it is some hard stuff to do. Not there, I took the little booster. There's 3 shortcuts in this map, 2 boosters, and 1 actual shortcut. And in the first lap, you saw the actual shortcut. And this map's just full of traps and all that good stuff. And this is the one without the barrel roll. And it's collision course, it has jumps. You should really go check out both of them maps, because they're just great. And I should have a contest video up in the next 2 or so weeks, so you can go check that out on my channel. I will not be posting the entry video on this channel, just because if you really want to enter, you can go check it out on my channel. So that's all, guys. I'm gonna die on this trap real quick, and I guess I will end it out. And subscribe to this channel, subscribe to Tabullet Monkey. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Pistachio Ninja, for the intro. And thank you, iForgers, for letting me join the channel again. I hope you enjoyed my second upload. And that's all I can really say, guys. I'm about done here. Later.